It appears that the spirit motes do more than just tell us stories, Outsider. That Firesong druid's mind was clearly being influenced, if not outright controlled. But why is the Chronicle doing this? It never exhibited hostile behavior before. The blessing I bestowed upon us before we set out must be keeping the motes at bay. Given the power we just saw, I'm not sure how much longer that protection will last. I suppose you'll need to accompany me into the tunnels. It is a sacred place, Outsider. The tunnels lead to ritual chambers, the Musemouth plants, and to the spirit of the path, the Chronicle. Hopefully, my Gwenair was also somewhere inside. On that platform. But the forest break too here. A Musemouth. It has a story to tell us, Outsider. I can sense it. Examine the plant. My gift to you.
Tell us how to access the Chronicle, or this is your fate. No! How could you?
Gwenair. And the Chronicle. Did you see it too? The spirit is trying to tell us something. Ifray's bones. What happened to the Chronicle? Outsider, this is the Chronicle, the spirit we commune with. But it's grown dark. Can you feel the anger radiating from it? The sadness? I don't like the looks of this. The Chronicle's always been more emotional than other nature spirits. It comprehends the experience of mortals and feels our emotions vicariously through the stories it shares. I've felt its calm, its joy, and even its grief. But this... Perhaps. But there's a depth to this emotion I've never felt before. It unnerves me. Let's hurry. My Gwenaël is in here somewhere, and my fear for her safety grows with every passing moment. The door is just over there. Another Musemouth plant. I sense the Chronicle has more to show us.
You refuse to give us Ifray's gift? Very well. We will just kill you and take the Chronicle.
We can't just give you the Chronicle. The spirit is bound to this sacred place.
Then we'll cut the Chronicle from the roots and... What's happening?
Spirit motes.
The Chronicle blessed us with another vision. We saw the Firesong attack Eldertide, threaten us to gain possession of the Chronicle. All this bloodshed. That could explain why the spirit feels so guilty. But the motes, it saved Gwenaël. Nature spirits, especially ones as strong as the Chronicle, are known among the circles. While the Firesong rarely leave Ifalon, they've always been aware of our spirit. Some even traveled here to partake of its stories. Obviously, the Chronicle is capable of more than we ever gave it credit for. Recording and showing recent events, influencing the minds of people and animals. But why druids would want access to that kind of power, I can barely speculate. They want our sacred seed? Whatever for. It doesn't matter. If they wanted to learn more about the sacred seeds, then the Chronicle would be a good entity to ask. It must have stories from the age of the last Druid King. Such a high concentration. Such a high concentration of spirit motes is dangerous. The blessing won't protect us from this. Worse, vines seal the doors beyond. I think I have an idea, though. The Musemouth plants in the room ahead are bloated, spewing out huge clouds of spirit motes. I can remove the vines that block the door, but I'm too old to withstand the motes in such concentrations. Luckily, I have a few vials of Ifray's rain. Purified water from a sacred waterfall. Gwenaël uses it to awaken those who sometimes get lost in the visions. The water causes Musemouth plants to shrink and close up for a time. Even ones bloated as much as these should react the same way. What's happening over there? Those druids. They're transforming into forest wraiths. How is that? Gwenaël. No, not you, please. Gwen. A forest wraith. No! My Gwenaël, my guiding light. We were so close to reaching her, and she slipped through my fingers. The spirit turned her into a forest wraith. Legends tell us that the Green and its spirits can summon forest wraiths to protect themselves. The Chronicle felt threatened, so it did the same. I'm not sure if this is how all forest wraiths are created, but we saw what the Chronicle did. Possibly. The Chronicle transformed Gwenaël into one of those things. It should be able to turn her back and return her to me. I know I've asked a lot of you, but please, come with me. We need to talk to the Chronicle. Convince it to release her. All right, outsider. Let's go find my Gwenaël and convince the Chronicle to transform her back into my beloved wife. The newly created wraiths went farther into the tunnels. We keep moving, and I'm sure we'll meet up with them shortly. As for recognizing my wife, she may be a creature of darkness now, but I know I'll be able to identify her when I see her. Ifray's rain on these as well. Deal with the door. There! That's my Gwen just ahead. Outsider, the Chronicle won't talk to me. You must convince it to let us go.
Druids attacked! Why spill blood on holy ground? Afraid, confused. Actions come as waves crashing against the shore. Story unclear. Tell again. Druids of the path attacked. Killed. Chronicle shocked. Angry. Spirit motes released. Cannot hold back the wind. Created wraiths to defend the path. Lost control. Cannot stop. Sorry. So sorry. Roots corrupted by blood. Anger. Bindings tainted. Spirit unwell. The Chronicle must end. Use Ifray's rain on roots. Break bindings. Cleanse corruption. End the story. It is the only way. Pour the sacred water. Close the current book. End the anger, the sorrow, the mistakes. This is what the Chronicle wants. What the story needs. Please.
Please, Gwen. I know you're in there. Just hold on. Gwenelle, you're back!
Hitov? What happened?
Everything is fine, Gwenelle. Outsider, come. We owe you so much. I can hardly believe my eyes. My Gwenelle, as radiant as the day I first set eyes upon her. I thought I lost her. But the Chronicle, the spirit of the path, what a terrible price to pay to set things right. You did what it asked of you, what you had to do, but don't despair. I felt its anger slip away. Its intentions were pure, Outsider. Things just got out of hand. It was the actions of the Firesong that tainted the spirit, corrupted it. It used its motes to try to stop the Firesong, created the wraiths to protect our home, but it knew it went too far. Like a bee whose sting causes its own death, it reacted in desperation. I hope it finds peace now, back in the green. Yes, Gwen is strong. She'll recover quickly, but she would have been lost to me without your help. Please, accept this. You ended a great danger and rescued my Gwenelle from a terrible fate. I just wish the Chronicle was still with us. We may have lost the Chronicle, but my Gwenelle is safe. And all because Ifray chose to send me an outsider. Life is strange, my friend. We'll rebuild. Ask more Eldertide to join us. For too long, we've relied on the Chronicle to show us our past, to tell us our stories. It's time for us to take responsibility for our own memories, I think. It will be, once the spirit motes disperse and the remaining Firesong are driven off. Without a spirit, Gwen and I will become the chroniclers. We'll remember and record our stories and our history. Share it with all who wish to hear.
Did all that really happen? The Firesong, the forest wraiths.
The Chronicle saved you, in its own way.
It was angry. That much I remember. The bloodshed. Our friends.
We'll grieve for them, and for the Chronicle. We lost a lot this day.
The Chronicle is really gone?
Its final act was to release you, dear Gwen.
What now, husband?
Now, we thank Ifrei and tell our own stories.
But questions still remain. I shall return to my order and report all that has happened. Until we meet again.
You'll be all right. Just lie still. Damn those path traders and their Dreadsail's lackeys. They're everywhere. The Firesong attacked these Eldertide before they could reach the shelter of this camp. But you look like you came with a purpose. Tell me what news you bring. That's unexpected. We normally don't get involved with wars and politics, but the Firesong started this. So I guess that makes it a Druid problem. Look, we're practically surrounded by the Firesong and Dreadsails out here. I could use your help. We need to light the beacon that will gather every Stone Lord Druid on Galen to Glimmertarn. However, the Dreadsails grabbed the Everflame torch in a recent raid on the village. We need that enchanted torch to ignite the beacon. The Dreadsails have a beachhead at Broken Oar Cove, just northeast of here on the shore. Retrieve the Everflame torch, and meet me at Vale's Bluff to the west. That's where we need to go to light the beacon. Head to Broken Oar Cove and retrieve the Everflame torch. There's a path to the east that leads down to the shore. Then, meet me at the beacon at Vale's Bluff. Be careful. Our enemy is as thick as weeds once you leave the safety of this village. I think so. But I lost track of Free when the Eldertide started pouring into the village. I'm sure they found somewhere safe to hold up. Let's trust in Free. We can check on them after we light the beacon. I've helped the worst of the wounded. Most of them are more shaken than they are hurt. But I doubt they would have survived if they hadn't made it to Glimmertarn. The beacon is used in times of danger, to alert the Stone Lord Druids spread across the island and summon them back to Glimmertarn. The enchantment contained in the Everflame torch allows the beacon's light to be seen from anywhere on Galen. Many, many seasons ago. I was so young I barely remember it. I recall being scared. There was some sort of rabid creature roaming the northern half of the island. Anyway, it's rarely used and only in extreme emergencies. I think this counts.